Hi, it has been a long time. I know it, and I'm sorry. I have moved from Almaty, Kazakhstan to Vienna, Austria, due to my work. And recently, I feel better and I have the time to make some videos. But I promise from now on, I'm going to do regularly videos about Turkey and Turkey and then the things that has been happening around Turkey. So without any further ado, let's start and with the election result and how this is going to reflect on the future of Turkey's. Now the election is not a surprise to, I think, to all Turkey. A drop in the polls for Erdogan's party AKP has been expected. Uh, I think it's really not a surprise. The biggest surprise for me is some of the, I would say, the cities or the fortress they call it for AKP has been also chosen the CHP, the opposition party. That was a little bit surprise for me. But other than that, as a result, yeah, it was a really normal result. But the JP should be aware that, and you should be aware that all the polls is showing that JP has increased its votes from 25 to, let's say, 37, 40s boundaries. But this doesn't mean that peoples are really, let's say, favoring this. It's just a vote that has been given for these municipality elections. In regular, still Erdogan has a big favor and a big, say, a place in their hearts and minds. And also this vote out of 25, let's say 10 to 15%, has been attracted from the other parties' polls. The people are thinking if Erdogan is going to win there, they will not let them to win, and they just chose the other party, which is CHP, the second party, biggest party in their cities, respective cities. And they have chosen there, and all the elections like E-Party is now around 3%. HDP is around 4%. To be honest, these are around 9 to 10% barriers. So this shows that these two big parties, voters or constituents, have chosen CHP. That's for sure. Therefore, CHP should not rely upon the result of these elections that they are winning the minds and the hearts of the people. They should remember that unless they perform accordingly in the elections 2028, most likely they will be again facing with bad results as last year. From the aspect of AKP, it was a big disaster. It was a big blow on their face, and they have realized that I will say using religious emotions cannot be used all time. Therefore, I believe now they will just give it up a little bit, and also the corruptions in Turkey has led this result. Erdogan knows this. So he now there is going to be a bank holiday here, Ramadan holiday for 10 days. After that, we are going to see what the path he has chosen. I mean, Erdogan has chosen. In my perceptions, there are only two. The first one, he will not mind the result of it, and he will consider that he is now 70s around, and he's going to let it go. How do you call it? He's going to let it go, and he will not care about the economy and other things. What he will be only considering is the future of the party. Therefore, he's going to let all these corruptions and money floating from, let's say, government hands to private hands, and for the trustees that he has, let's say, and so that in 2028 elections, the presidential elections, AKP is going to lose. He will not be even the candidate, and that will be his plan. So let it be, and the next turn, and he will trust that CHP and his, let's say, administration team will not manage to turn the economy down or up, let's say. Because he will cause a lot of problems that in 4 years it cannot be solved, and he will trust that CHP is incapable of solving those problems, so that in 2032 or 31, maybe in early elections, he will trust that there will be another election, and AKP with a new candidate will win it. Most likely Selçuk Bayraktar might be that person. He doesn't have the charisma as Erdogan, but he might. Or another religious party like Erdogan. Oh, sorry, Erbakan. the son of Necmettin Erbakan, Fatih Erbakan, might be the new potential leader. He is more conservative than Erdogan, but let's see. The second is he will care about the economy, and he's going to think that he's going to believe that he should be turning the economy, and he will use the international standards and precautions in order to, I would say, modify the economy and the economic indicators. And for the first 2 years, he is going to apply a hard measures on economy, increasing the taxes, which is going to happen eventually, but high using the government expenses in strong, tight hands. Don't make any more investments to unbeneficial, let's say, projects, and yeah, he will just try to, let's say, close the gaps. And for the first 2 years, I'm sure that it will be a disaster on Turkey in terms of economic indicators, even though might be the right way to go through. And after the second or the third or the fourth year, he might feel that there is a coming up in terms of economy, and that will give him hope to win the elections. But once we are looking at the facts and the circumstances around Turkey, I believe that he has only the first way to go. First of all, he is around 70, so waiting for another term, and he has to also change the constitution to make another, let's say, constitution. And he doesn't have the strong membership or members or the parliamentarians in the parliament to make this constitutional change. So I don't believe that he's going to choose that path to go and make real economic measures tight and good for the country. I think what he's going to choose is the first one that he has. So he's going to prepare a new leadership for 2030s from now on for the next 4 years. He's going to let the money float from state hands to private hands, and he's going to collect them so that in between 28 and 31 or 32, let's say, he will spend his money in order to win the hearts and the minds of the new leadership in AKP. Most likely it might be Selçuk Bayraktar or another rising star from another religious party, Fatih Erbakan. So one way to another, it might be the thing. But and why I'm saying this, because you have to look at not only his age, but also the circumstances around Turkey. Russia war is ongoing, so still there is a risk there for Turkey. Turkey doesn't have the power at this moment, or the military strong power to impose or to impose this full security in Iraq or Syria, where we have the border with, and the terrorist activities cannot be stopped because we need money. The national defense industry cannot be developed as he wants because we have the economic hardship. And still we have a very, very bad terms with Europe and the United States. At this moment, he will feel like if he wants to do that, he has to give a lot to the European Union and the United States. If that will happen, then that will also cause another problem within the country. So all these things, when you add up, it doesn't make a sense for him to choose the second, which is the best option, to be honest, for Turkey for the moment, and he will choose the first one. So he will take the economy even worse than today, down and down and down, cause a great problem for the upcoming administration, which is going to be most likely then the CHP again. And he will believe that they will not turn it up the direction. The economic indicators will be so slow, so bad that it's impossible to do it. And he will use the power of money, which he's now getting from all the projects and everything else from at the moment with government's hands, and he will just rely upon the next, let's say, leadership in AKP to use this money in order to influence the minds and the hearts of the people for the 2030s elections in Turkey. I think that will be the ideal way for him to do. So you will see it. But if you are an investor for Turkey and the other things, I mean, even as a Turk, it's not nice to say, but you can't do that. And I don't believe that the investors in Turkey will do that. But if you're a tourist, Turkey will be a great destination. It will be very, very cheap for you. at least cheaper than other countries, to be honest, in future too. So let's see what will happen, and let's keep in touch. And if you have any, let's say, comments, please write down. And I promise that I will do these kind of videos regularly. Have a nice day. Bye.